Hey everybody, it's me Legarlax, and now I'm doing a review of Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the PC. I'm having it run on right now my DOS box because I'm running the DOS version. Because the Windows version is one big. It's really hard for me to explain. Playing the Windows version, it does not work good on today's system, and which I don't recommend. But this is the CD, what's inside. LGR would explain it this way, like, as you can see right here, you get yourself a jewel case and the CD-ROM. But back to my voice. This CD-ROM is filled with a lot of audio, and I'm gonna get to that in a moment. And what else is inside? Instruction manual and that registration card, which is all crumpled up inside the back. But the instruction manual is actually color. Yup. And it has a description of the Gravis Pro gamepad. Just to tell you that to use this gamepad, you have to play the Windows version, because when you play the DOS version, it goes to the default of the Gravis 4 button setup, which you have to hold 2 buttons just to run and 2 buttons to block. It has every character bios and one move just to show you guys. It explains one move for you to execute. And what's in the system requirement to play this game. This game came out in 1996. Okay, this game is on fire. That is their slogan to release this game. Let's see, does it have the system requirements? Right here on the side. Yep, it says, well, if I can focus the camera, but I'll explain it right now. For Windows 95, you do have to have 90 megahertz, 16 megabytes of RAM, 2-speed CD-ROM, and 85 megabytes of hard disk space, and a PCI graphics card with 1 megabytes of video RAM. While the DOS version doesn't concentrate on having a video RAM, it uses more. It uses your in the DOS requirement, it uses RAM as the video. You know what I mean? Because if you have more RAM, it runs perfect on DOS. I recommend playing this game on the DOS, because when you play the Windows version, it does that VESA compatible lining, so it makes it seem like you're running a lot. I mean, a little different from the arcade, but I recommend playing the DOS version. As you can see how it's like running good on DOS box. But what I can say about this trilogy, this is the best way to play Mortal Kombat Trilogy. There is no other way. PlayStation, Sega Saturn, no. This is basically a PlayStation 1 conversion, but the final revision of the PlayStation version, because the PlayStation version is not really a good quality to play, as well as the Saturn. Well, the Saturn is a little lower resolution graphics, but the character's frame rate was very fluent. The next part is both CD version. If you play this PlayStation and the Saturn, you do not even get to use Shang Tsung's morphing ability, because you have to turn it on and off, or else the game's gonna pause or sometimes freezes on you. So, and then of course I'm not gonna talk about the N64 version, because N64 had like an unprecedented graphics, and you're missing a lot of characters because each cartridge is $10 and it can only hold enough megabytes, so they have to strip the game down and put a little more features. And unlike this guy right here, you can actually store 650 to 700 megabytes. And also, to get about the music, a lot of people are trying to get the bootleg version of the PC version, which I don't recommend, because you won't get the audio, because this game, the music is coming from the Red Book audio directly from the CD, and it's a little slower than Mortal Kombat 3, which I'm going to do a review of the DOS version I have, because they did re-release the game having DOS and Windows version. I don't recommend playing the Mortal Kombat games to be on the Windows version. So yeah, and of course you saw a burnt copy of, because back then I actually backed up the game just in case if this one messes up. At least I got a backup copy, which I rather use all the time, while this one just stays on my wall. So yeah, happy gaming, you know. I mean, this is the best way to play Mortal Kombat Trilogy. If you want another alternative, you can play the Mugen one, which is not really authentic Mortal Kombat controls. But looking at the PC version is the best way, because there's no loading errors like dealing with Shang Tsung's morphing abilities. So Yeah, and there's not even having that loading screen, so it just goes straight to the action. That's what I like about it. So see, you notice like it just goes straight to the action. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is my review of Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the PC, the box, everything. This is the US release. I remember Acclaim used to release the Mortal Kombat games, part 1 and 2. Now GT Interactive, before that company went out of business. Yes, Windows 95 and DOS 6.0. Yep. Yeah, looking at the box is really nice. Using actual screenshots from the DOS version, not the Windows version. I noticed that. Thank you for watching.